All right, we're live, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, 21 minutes late, but we're here. We're here. Like if life was just perfect and, no technical issues ever, it'd be amazing, but got
That
it.
is true.
Tech has to keep us on our toes, huh?
All day, every day. That we deal with that every day here at JobTread. So constantly evolving with technology.
So it was funny because during the testing of the sound and connection, I asked Zach to tell me a story, and I asked him what he wanted for Christmas. Do you want to tell the world? Because maybe it'll come true.
Yeah, I'm really hoping I get tickets to go see Texas Tech play in the college football playoff. First time Texas Tech has been relevant in a very long time, and I'm a Red Raider through and through. Grew up in Lubbock, Texas, so really excited for our team, and it's a big thing for Lubbock. If you've ever been to Lubbock, Texas, there's not much out there but cotton fields and Texas Tech, so it's a big thing for us.
Cotton fields and Texas Tech. Cool. All right, guys. So somebody get this guy some tickets here. All right, let's make all of his Christmas dreams come true.
And you're welcome to join me if you want to come root with me. So as long as you're rooting for Tech, come with me.
Yeah. Hey. AM said, "Go Buckeyes."
Oh, but that's the one team I'm a little worried about if we face them. So very stacked team this year.
Well, I don't know anything about sports unless it has to do with dirt bikes or surfing or something like that. So, but I guess I could say I'm a Buckeye, right? Because I'm from Ohio. Do I say that? Is that,
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't call you a bandwagon if you're from Ohio. I'd say that could be your team for sure.
All right, cool. Well, let's get to it. We're kind of short on time, so we're going to make this like the best, fastest podcast ever, right?
Absolutely.
It's going to be the best one. All right, so let's get into the pro intro here. So, hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the We Love Deck Builders podcast, your go-to space for real conversations, real strategies, and real stories from the leaders shaping the deck building industry. I'm your host, April Edwards, owner and growth strategist at Deck Builder Marketers. We're the #1 growth partner for the industry's top deck builders. We don't just run campaigns, we own your success. Our mission is simple: help you grow, dominate, and thrive. Today, we're joined by Spencer. He's the Director of Business Development at JobTread. Zach has a wealth of experience in the construction industry, having grown up in the trades and worked in a variety of roles, from remodeling and framing to HVAC and carpentry. With years of experience selling new construction homes and a passion for simplifying business workflows, Zach understands the challenges contractors face every day. He's here today to demo JobTread and show us how it helps contractors streamline their operations and scale their businesses. Zach, welcome to the podcast.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
And one thing I have to say, well, first of all, announcement, we have officially become a premier partner with JobTread. So really excited about the partnership. We had Eric and Zach on one of our biweekly growth workshops with our clients. We have different topics. We do them every 2 weeks, and it was a real pleasure to have you guys on and, give our clients that one-on-one time. But I announced to everybody how it's just such a great partnership because Eric and I share the same values, and we really do want to leverage our tools in order to help these businesses grow and thrive, and just be successful. So, for you guys, you have your software and really help them like streamline operations, and we help feed the business with marketing. But at the end of the day, we care about the whole journey. And I am just really proud to be a partner with you guys. And just like I said in the intro, what's really cool about Eric's team at JobTread is most of the people have had some sort of experience, just like Zach. So I think it brings a very well-rounded perspective to what they're doing and a different level of trust because of that. So anything to add on that?
Yeah, I mean, that is one of the biggest priorities here at JobTread is if you are customer facing to have construction experience. The biggest reason why is we don't need you guys to have to spell it out with crayon for us to understand what you're trying to do. We understand pain points. We understand the processes of construction, no matter what type of project it is. So we're trying to start on the right foot and make sure that we maximize your business and the use of JobTread and tools like Sales Jumpstart as well. So, and it kind of helps just connect them all into one, make everything way more streamlined.
Yeah. So a little history, if you guys don't know what Sales Jumpstart is, it is the CRM and automation platform that we provide for our clients. It's just in our programs. It's a win-win for us. We're nerds and we really want to track your lead sources, and it naturally has the ability to close the loop if you enter your project information. But typically what happens is, a lot of our more successful deck builders will work with platforms like JobTread. And I do have to say that the most popular one is JobTread for our clients. And so, once the lead goes to needing an estimate and all of those things, that's where JobTread comes in. Everything before that is Sales Jumpstart, so we've got call tracking in there, automated sequences. You can use an online booking system, but it's really for marketing and sales. And what we've always loved about JobTread is, first of all, they have an open API. Now, what that means is we can talk to each other, and it makes it really simple and streamlined for our clients. Now, how we would do it before is we would automatically add a contact into JobTread via Zapier, which is just a third-party platform that connects the two. Now, JobTread has a native integration because they are badass and constantly improving the software. And so there's, I think it comes with like 10 workflows that you can customize. And so, excuse me, we do that for our clients, and it just makes it so much more streamlined. There's less room for error, and we can do a lot more advanced stuff than before. So basically what happens is, once you close the project, and even if you upsell after that, it will then talk to our system so that our strategists can see what lead sources are driving revenue in real time. And that is extremely important, because if you're spending $4,000 on Google ads, we really need to know that it's not only bringing leads, but it's bringing the type of projects that you want. And so we have a very open, transparent communication, with our clients, but they get busy sometimes, right? And so for us to be able to see that in real time is important. We have also, we're about to release our new tracking dashboards for our clients. And again, if anybody is using JobTread, the data is so much more exact. Like, I don't have to worry about there being, issues. And so again, it's going to make it really easy for us to be able to monitor our clients' campaigns for the best ROI. So that's a lot of nerdy stuff. Okay. But that's why you hire a marketing agency, so that we can do all of that. And, your marketing partner should be like your marketing investment broker, right? Like, we need to be here so that we can help you get the most juice out of the squeeze. And anyway, hands down to JobTread. I am going to a big advocate. And again, I cannot say it enough. The most successful clients that we work with use JobTread, hands down. We work with deck builders all across the country. So actually, let's see. We've got a couple of, Corey's here. What's up, Corey? JobTread, I've used them. Do they have an app now, or is it through their web base?
Yeah, it's still the web-based app. Biggest reason why we didn't do the native apps is because then we'd have 3 softwares to maintain and update. So that would really slow down development, because we're not just focused on one, we're focused on 3, which would be completely different code. Then that also doesn't allow us to have the full suite of what JobTread can offer on those other devices. And Apple and Android would take revenue, which would drastically increase our cost, which from there we'd have to, goes up just like you guys, we have to increase our price. So with us, we're very, very, it's very important to us to keep our price as low as possible, to make sure that you're maximizing, you're not spinning an arm and a leg on the platform. So you can use that money to continue to grow and scale and, do some ad campaigns, things like that with deck builder marketers. So that is why we did that. And that allows us to continue to improve the software without any downtime.
And I just want to reinforce that because this is not a subjective, statement. Because I mean, I talk to deck builders all the time, and I help point them in the right direction, whether or not we're a good fit. And so I get to hear all of the different software that they use. And there's a lot out there. I mean, from what I see, JobTread it's very honestly priced and it is cheaper than a lot of other software out there. And if it's not, it's the same price, but on steroids. The user interface and everything is so amazing. So he's not just saying that, like I'm supporting what he's saying.
Yeah, I would say for bang for your buck, I don't think there's anything even close to what we can offer for that cost. So, and we're only making it better and better and better. So I've been at Job now. 2,000 features since I've been here, and we haven't changed the price one time. So we are continuously adding more functionality. And the best part about it is our clients are the one that drive a lot of that. We are very open to hearing feedback from our customers on what we can add to help solve any issues, or, maybe we don't have a certain workflow. Well, cool. Let us know and we'll start working on getting that good. Against a lot of other contractors could benefit from it as well.
We're having a little bit of a connection issue, but I'll just kind of reiterate that feedback from the client to JobTread, they take all of that into consideration and they're constantly improving it. And that's what a good software company does. I thought maybe Zach, I'm sorry. There was one other thing I wanted to say that I think is extremely important. And that is your guys' onboarding. So trust me, I've been through a lot of project management systems for, marketing agencies, and it is a nightmare to move. I mean, it's just like, it's such a nightmare to move all your data and then have to learn a new system and all of these things. And JobTread does a really good job of getting you all set up. Eric was even, talking about, the ability to be able to import things really easily, but you guys do it for them, right? Like
Yes.
You make sure. Yeah. And that's a big deal.
Yeah. So a lot of the data that you're going to be using day to day will help get that into JobTread. We'll reformat it, and that's all included. So you're not paying extra for that. We'll take that information, throw it into JobTread, because we're also going to give you the first 30 days with a money back guarantee. So we want you to be able to test out the software with your data to determine if it is going to be the right fit for you. Then from there, we'll do all the training and onboarding, helping you guys get it up and running and help you fine tune it to maximize the system and maximize the integrations we have as well.
Man, look at Corey here. Corey's really, he's really building you guys up. He said, I thought the software was well for the price. And then he said, onboarding was done well by JobTread. Okay, we didn't pay him to be here, by the way. Okay, we have Silhan Jeff. Sorry, I don't know if I said that right, but it's just your Facebook handle. Does JobTread offer a trial period to see if it's a good fit?
So we do that 30-day money back guarantee. So we do want you to put a little bit of skin in the game, because we're going to be, taking time to reformat it, your data, get it into JobTread, scheduling one-on-one trainings with your customer success manager, jumping into the daily live trainings we have. So we want you to have some skin in the game, but at the end of the day, during that 30-day period, if it just isn't the right fit, we will refund you your money. And it is your data, not ours, so we don't hold it hostage. You can export all of that out easily And if you need to move it to another platform from there, you can. I will say, I don't know if this number is 100% accurate, but once we get people over the like onboarding, typically say it's like a month to 2 month process to really have a good understanding. Our retention rating is within the 90s. For a SaaS company like ourselves, that is unheard of. And a lot of that comes from the support we offer and just the ability to maximize JobTread, because it is extremely customizable and extremely flexible. We can really help fine tune it to make it match your company's workflows. And no two companies really use JobTread the same way. So that is one of the best things. You're not going to have to try to stick in our platform.
Nice. I thought maybe it would be good to kick this off by telling maybe a story of a success story of a deck builder or someone related that has used the software, just to kind of put it in some context before we go into demoing it.
Yeah. Well, is actually my oldest brother, Josh. So he's not a deck builder, though he does do some decks from time to time. He actually frames some homes. So very similar type of industry. And I was actually his first employee when he started his company. So I got to see day in and day out. And your brother, like a lot of people in construction, they start out as a grunt, grow, maybe become a crew leader, then manage multiple crews. That was him to start my own company. So that's exactly what he did. So he didn't really do any true job costing. His estimating was the WAG method, if you've ever heard of that, wild ass guess. So he wasn't keeping track of that stuff. And, his process was stack of paperwork in his passenger seat, yesterday's lunch wrapper in the floorboards, blueprints in the back, just organized chaos. And I saw how amazing this software could really help him. And I was like, hey man, you should take a look at this. And he was a little timid about it, saying, I don't need that. I got my process. And the way I got him bought into using it is I was like, well, you're not using an old handsaw to run your business or to cut your lumber. You're using a skill saw, but you're running your business with a handsaw, and I'm trying to give you the skill saw. So that bought him into using it. So he's been using it now for 3 years. He has gone from 1 crew to 5 crews because JobTread helps him manage his guys. He can see what they're doing day in and day out without having to go to the job site. But it has increased his total profit on his jobs anywhere from 15 to 20%. So his work-life balance is a lot better. He can spend time with his 3 girls, and he's making more money than he ever imagined. And I'll sit here and say it was all because of JobTread, but it did facilitate that change. It showed him where his pain points were so he can make those changes and educated changes. It was not just wild, hey, at the bull. It's really helped him streamline and grow his company. And I have everybody in my family that's in construction. They're all using this software, including my own mother, who is the least tech savvy person in the world, by unplugging her router and plugging it back in. So if she can use it, I'm a big believer anybody can.
That's good. And I really think, so I always promote the margin thing because I think sometimes people will price things because it sounds good. And then, it's really nice to be able to see your margins in real time, right? And would you attribute that to being more profitable?
Absolutely. I always say you should be treating your business like a professional athlete, because athlete during the game, they make adjustments throughout the game. After the game, they watch. In the middle of your projects, you'll be able to see in real time how you're tracking, if you're going over or under, so you can course correct before it snowballs out of control. Then after the job, you do your post-job reviews, and you start to see those patterns and trends of, hey, we're constantly going over budget on these aspects of the job. Now you know where to change your estimate. So that way your estimates are more and more accurate. Therefore, you don't go over budget as often. And therefore, you make the profit that you had planned on making. And that was one big thing I had to preach to my brother. Profit is planned. It's not just what's left over once the job's done. like you cannot grow and scale that way. That is living paycheck to paycheck as a company. So JobTread really gives you the insight of knowing your numbers. And if you don't know your numbers, you don't know your business. So we do a phenomenal job of helping you dial in on all of the financials, job related, as detailed as you want, and holistically for your entire company as well.
So guys, I mean, this is really about you. If you want to scale your business or just not stress so much and be a little organized, you need systems, and you definitely need a well-oiled system before you start scaling. And so, we build the marketing and the marketing and sales engine, and then they build the more infrastructure operational things that are, really going to help you put on your big boy pants, right? And professionalize. The other thing that I really love is I care a lot about the experience. I mean, I used to build websites. It's all about having a good experience, a good user experience. And so we always say the experience starts as soon as somebody sees your brand online, or wherever they see it, that the experience starts as soon as they see that. And so we help hold the homeowner's hand throughout their journey of doing the initial research to inquiring about, working with a builder. And then you guys create that amazing experience from the estimate phase, to the project complete phase. So it's a really good system for ensuring that your homeowners know everything that's going on. You have clear communication with your team. It's about having a lot of visibility. And anyway, I think this is a good segue for you to kind of go into it and show some things. So this is a podcast. Zach is, he's going to demo some things. This recording will be on YouTube so that you can check out the visuals afterward, but we'll do our best to kind of walk you through what he's showing you here.
Yeah, and I noticed a couple of questions here. Turnaround time to get questions answered. Our goal is to within 2 hours. So, and I would say 90% of the time it is within the first hour. So we track every dashboard all across the office. And yes, we're available in Canada. We'll do dual taxes and integrate with QuickBooks, Canadian QuickBooks as well. So there's tons of resources in JobTread, and I'll kind of walk through that as well on anything you need to know about learning it. There's step-by-step for that. So, but as far as we're in a job, so is a good fit. From there, triggers to bring it into JobTread, so you can start building your estimate, things like that. So the job dashboard, the 1,000-foot view.
Zach, hold on. The connection's rough. Let me just kind of translate that. Okay. So West Coast Dex asked if it's available in Canada, and Zach said yeah, and it integrates with Canadian QuickBooks, of course. And I couldn't really hear what you said after that. Do you want to shoot again?
Yeah, we also do support dual taxes if you're in a province with your HST, PST. I never thought I would know that much about Canadian taxes. And we actually just did our first trade show in Canada last week. So we were in Toronto for a big build show there, and we're going to continue going up there. So we have about 1,000 customers from Canada currently. So we're really growing our presence there as well.
Love it. All right. Well, I'm going to add your screen to the stage, but if it is choppy, we might have to skip the demo. So let's try it.
Okay.
All right. Take it away.
So this is the job dashboard. So once you've determined that client's a good fit, Sales Jumpstart pushes that into JobTread, and you create the job from there to start building out that estimate. So the dashboard here is the 1,000-foot view of what's going on within this project. So you'll have a financial summary. You'll have a progress bar that is pulling from your schedule, then who has access to this job. So your external users, they are free and unlimited. Best part about it is they also have their own portal that you can share any bit of information with them, be full open book cost plus type company, or if you want to limit kind of what they see. It's totally up to you. It'll be linked to their email address. They can actually create a login and download the app if they choose to. We don't force them. Okay. Now, if you're doing more internal, like you're self-performing this, your employees can have access to JobTread. Now, you may what they can see. So you can set up roles and
hold on.
restrictions. So
you could set up roles and restrictions.
Yeah. So you can dictate what each role in your company is able to do and see. So if you don't need to show financials to that individual, you can hide that stuff. And the more restrictions you put on somebody, their JobTread gets. The center is kind of like a Facebook feed of what's transpired on this job. So everything that you do with so there's
hold on,
full
Zach.
cover photo.
Zach, we might have to. Yeah, we might have to. Like, you could probably do the demo without sharing your screen, but I did just want to say I'm looking at this and man, it's awesome. It's like the activity view is literally everything that has been done on the project, including pictures and things like that. One thing that I really like that Eric brought up this week on our client growth workshop was the importance of the before, during, and after photos. So yeah, this would really help with that. And then, you know, as your marketing partner, man, it makes it a lot easier for us to, you know, be able to grab that stuff too, because we want to be able to share your work with the world. But you know what, Zach, I'm going to take the screen off because it seems to be causing a delay. So let's just roll with it without sharing the screen, and we'll go from there.
So from there, you know, we have the daily log functionality as well. So your daily logs is a custom little daily report that you can build where it's drop down menus like picking from predetermined options, talk to text, where you can also capture all your pictures and videos of that job site, and they're all directly saved into JobTread. So you're not saving them on your phone. So I still have thousands of pictures of homes, and I haven't worked for a home builder in almost 4 years. So I'm just too lazy to go and delete those. Now you can share those with your clients. You can pick and choose which ones to share. Okay. The big part is the budget. So in your budget tab, you can build you can even present good, better, best options. So, you know, maybe different lines of timber tech or different lines of decorators or regular wood, treated wood, and maybe the composite. That way they're able to see, hey, here's a different pricing. Which one do I want to go with? And I love the good, better, best scenario because psychologically people pick the middle because they don't want to go with the cheapest one. They don't want to go with the most expensive. It's not like that's really changing your day-to-day or your scope of work, but you're incrementally upselling your clients. You can also add in optional upgrades. So you can build out your estimates and you can templatize that. You know, coming from new home construction, how you build a house does not change. What changes are your quantities and your measurements. You know I need foundation. I know I need framing, my mechanicals. So I can template that. So now I can speed up my estimating. You can even use Excel-like formulas to build those assemblies where you're just plugging in 1 or 2 measurements and it populates your entire budget for you. If you're dealing with a set of plans, you can upload the plans and actually scale and measure, and those will feed directly into your budgets. From there, you can get bids from subcontractors or your suppliers. We're actually building our partnerships with suppliers. So currently we have live pricing with Home Depot, QXO, SRS, continuing to add in more, where you can actually go into Home Depot's little portal there and search a box of nails, and you can see every single piece, every nail that Home Depot offers and the cost they are that day. And you can even link your Pro Extras account to it as well, your discounted pricing. And you can templates with those in cost every day, anytime you use it, within 2 clicks. From there, you can send beautiful proposals, and you can change the detail you want to present to your client. Get a less is more to validate your price, but not so detailed that they get mad about a box of nails. They can make their selections on there, have your contract verbiage, and sign off right down at the bottom. And if you're here in the States, we have actually a company called Acorn that offers financing for your clients. And it goes up
Hey, Zach. Was it Acorn? Did you say Acorn?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So
Amazing.
Acorn is a broker of banks. So your client applies. They see multiple offers. And if it's 55 and below, it's actually can be 0% for 12 months. And the best part about it, doesn't cost you a penny. It's actually nothing you have to do. It is a personal loan for your customer. So they get the money, you treat them like a cash customer. Then from there, it's your job costing. So those bids you got from your subs, you can award those to a work order or a purchase order in simply 2 clicks. So you're tracking, hey, here's what I budgeted for the job, tracking my committed cost and my actuals against it. Then if you're self-performing it, track your employees' time as granular as you want. They're just clocking into JobTread. They're clocking into that job and even into a specific line or cost code on that job. Can set parameters for overtime. And if once you approve the hours, hey, if you're using QuickBooks payroll, goes right in, as well as all the actuals. Invoice your clients, percentage-based, dollar amount, progressive invoicing. We even have cost plus where, hey, this is what it cost me. It adds my markup or margin to it. Clients can pay directly on that invoice. Then the best part is it's going to show you down to the penny how you perform. Hey, you made 32 grand, but you were over budget $3,000. And it breaks it down and shows you as detailed as you build that estimate. Now you can make those minor adjustments for that next project. From there, you have your schedule. With deck building, depending on how big the deck is, sometimes you don't need a big elaborate schedule, but you can get as granular as you need and assign multiple people to it as well. And to-dos for any of the other moving pieces as well. So our goal is to streamline your processes, from company to company to industry. We have all the functionality that you should need. So that way you're building an ecosystem with us and Sales Jumpstart. And now all the data that you got from the job on, how much money did I make on it? Was I profitable? Was this a good lead? That all ties right back into your CRM. So now April can help diagnose the best way campaigns and getting you the most qualified leads. Then that takes it from there. So it's all about full circle and making sure that all the information is in the right spot to make the best decisions moving.
So
I know
it's good. All the info is in the right spot to make the best decisions, I think is what you said.
And I know it's pretty hard to without seeing it, it's pretty tough, but this thing is amazing.
It is. We've got some questions here, and guys, keep them coming because, we have Zach's brain here. If you guys have any questions, that's what this is all about. So I'm just going to call you Jeff, man. I apologize if you answered this, but is this a monthly subscription?
Yeah, so there's 2 options. So there is the month to month. There's no contracts, no setup fees. Implementation, training, and support is all included. Okay, and a little bit there. So maybe,
hold on, Jeff. Say that last part again.
So it's no contract, includes every feature. So we're $199 a month, and that includes everything for the first user. To add an additional user, which I would say it's going to be your employees that are going to be your users, is $20 more. And that tiers the more users you have. So we also offer that 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can test it out. I recommend every customer that I talk to that, hey, stay on that as long as you need, because if it takes you 3 months to determine we're not the right fit, no harm, no foul, pull the plug, not charging you anymore. But if it does it is the right fit, go ahead and upgrade to the annual plan. You pay the year up front, but you'll receive a 20% discount.
That's a lot of savings. And, you know, it's crazy. There's kind of something subconscious or psychological about that too. Like, I think you do have to commit, you know, like I think it's great that you guys offered the 30-day trial, but in my opinion, I don't think that's long enough. You know, I think if you're going to go into it, you really need to do it. But so I think
burn the bridges, sign up for the annual.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll just promote it for the annual. Just do it, you know, because it trust me, like if you look at their reviews and all of that, you know, it works but you have to use it. So, yeah, I just recommend going into it with the idea that you're going to stick with it. And then that 20% off is pretty amazing. Open Air Construction said, can I add a different finance company?
At this time, the only one that we have partnered with is Acorn. We are looking at partnering with more. So if you are using a financing company that you're happy with, you would just handle that externally. You could add like the link for them to apply on the contract or on your proposal to make it a little bit more streamlined. But Acorn is the only one we have that integration with currently.
Do you guys have like a voting system? Like people could vote for features?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So become a customer and then vote for that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Whatever gets the most votes is what we start rolling out.
Yeah. Love it. New Wave Construction. How about prevailing wage recording payments?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So each user in JobTread, you can set multiple rates for. So they would be able to select the prevailing wage rate. So in JobTread, we tell you to use burdened rates, not just what you pay them hourly, but what if you're offering 401k, all of that combined into that rate. So then you can also set up like an overtime rate as well and set the, if it's 40 hours a week, once they hit that threshold, it'll start tracking overtime rate against their budget. So if it's prevailing wage, you would just have that other rate where they'd be able to select it to make sure you were tracking the right rate against that project.
Love it. Cool. We got more questions. So, hey, Jeff and Corey, you guys are going to sign up, I hope. All right. We got some more questions. So, how long does it take to learn the program? And Jeff is fine. Thank you. Okay, cool.
So that's always a difficult question to answer. All right. So to give you my experience with it, every employee that gets a job at JobTread, their final interview, we give them access to the software and we tell them to go recreate a job and come back and present it to us. So if you're going to be on the sales team, you're selling it. If you're going to be on the support team, you're training it. So I'm not a very tech savvy guy. You know, I can swing a hammer with the best of them, but JobTread is very intuitive, especially for the basic fundamentals of the system. Within 2 hours, I felt comfortable building estimates, job costing, building schedules. Was I using the robust that JobTread has to offer? Not even close, but I can learn that as I go. So, you know, one of our clients left us a review and said it the best I could say was, he's like, when I first saw the system, I thought it was going to take me a year to feel comfortable and have this set up. Fast forward just 2 weeks, dedicating 10 hours, nose to the grindstone, I had JobTread set up and I felt comfortable. So we are here every step of the way to help you learn this system and help you fine tune it. But we do that teach a man to fish approach. We are here every step of the way, but we're going to show you where to click. We're not clicking for you. So really the ball's in your court, but you have every resource at your fingertips to learn this as fast as you want to, and we'll match your speed.
So we have an objection question here, and I love it because I know you're going to answer it well. And I'm gonna, like, I want you to know, I think I know what the answer is. So I'm going to see if you say the same thing, and then if it's not, I'll tell you how I would answer it. So Corey wants to know, why do additional users cost more money? How does adding another user cost JobTread more money?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, every company has to grow and scale. And the reason why you're adding another user is if they're manipulating or creating information within JobTread. So the big one is your team out in the field. So if they're wanting to clock in and out, they are considered a user. And that's because that's more people we have to train. That's more people we have to onboard. And that's also, developing all the functionality takes us time and costs us a lot of money. So, at the end of the day, we are a company. We got to get the return of investment as well. But I will guarantee you, once you're in JobTread, the cost that we are set at, if you're not making more money with JobTread and your life doesn't get easier, you're either doing something terrible in the system or we're just not the right system. Here's your money back.
Yeah, I mean, I was just going to say customer service alone outweighs that extra $20. And you guys are all in Dallas, right?
Yes. Yeah, we all work in office. So I'm actually standing in Eric, our CEO and founder's office to do this because he has a nice mic and setup here. But our development team is 10 feet that way. Our support team is 10 feet that way. Then sales and marketing are about 50 feet that way. So we're all in office. So you're calling in to talk to somebody here in Dallas, Texas every single time.
So you can schedule a demo with Zach. Obviously, you've been really helpful. We have had some technical issues, so I would definitely recommend doing this. Let's see, this is on a timer or something. Anyway, how can I fix this? I just want this URL to come up and then I'll share it with the listeners. So jobtread.com/team/Zach, ZAC/demo. Zach will one-on-one give you a demo and kind of let you know how this would be really helpful for your particular situation. Zach, any final words?
No, I will say deck builders absolutely love us. Have partnerships with TimberTech. We have partnerships with decorators. We're always going to the big shows, like PSP is one of our biggest shows that we go to. So we have found that deck builders are one of the best fits for JobTread. And it's the nice thing about that. We have so many of them. We really know how to make JobTread work for you. So we've got it dialed down to an exact science at this point. So it's really just fine tuning it for your unique use cases and kind of going from there.
All right. I think we have a couple more questions, actually. Okay. Jeff said, for 20 years, I've used the same basic format for my proposals and contracts using Word. Can I import my template and still use my format for proposals?
To an extent, yes. Like the framework of our proposal is the framework, but there's a lot of customization you can do within it as well. Any contract verbiage or the format of your actual pricing, that can definitely be adjusted. So, and we can walk you through on how to get it as close as possible to that format. But I guarantee you can get pretty freaking close.
Well, I've seen it. And by the way, I'm a super picky designer. So I'm going to say, if you've been using the same thing for 20 years, maybe it's time to modernize it. But I've seen how you could build the proposals in there, and it's really, really easy. And it looks super pro. Trust me, guys, they have an amazing UI. And like I said, I'm a picky designer, so I'll be very critical. And I think it's great. It really is. So definitely check it out. Corey said, can I pay your company to do all the work for us on setup for everything?
Great question. So we do have some, there's going to be a limit on that because ultimately, we are growing.
Okay, hold on. You're frozen. You're frozen. But I think you said it's free to an extent. Is that what you said? Okay.
Yeah. So what we'll do free of charge budget templates, subs, customers, and suppliers. We'll get all of that into JobTread for you free of charge. Okay. Then from all the training and learning the system, that's all included as well. If you're wanting somebody to come in and actually build this all out for you, we do have third parties that do that. we can help to an extent. Goal is to, kind of maximize everybody's day. So sometimes it's we don't have the bandwidth to dedicate hours and hours and hours and hours, 40 hours to build just one company's org out. But we do have partners that can do that, and they know the system, so they can help you build that all out. I typically say, hey, let us do what we're going to do for free and show you how easy it is to build it. You may not need any other support or pay anything additional after that. So, but if we do, we can cross that bridge, and based on what you're wanting to do, we have a variety of ones that will help you build it. We can tell you which one would be better suited for you and your company.
And I mean, I have a question. So you said 40 hours. That might sound kind of daunting, but that's really to perfect it, I have to imagine. And, when you go into something, like, I think you kind of have to pick the most important priority things to move forward with, and then you build on top of that, right?
Yeah. So I tell most people to start with your biggest bottleneck. Where you're having the most pain, let's focus on that. Let's get that win. Then you move on to the next, kind of work together. So you fine tune here, fine tune here. So kind of taking it, Rome wasn't built in a day, neither is JobTread. Now, it really just depends on how granular you want to go with things. We are there every step. We're here to help and support you and show you how to maximize the features that you need.
Now, I'll tell you from my experience, spending a little bit of time doing some of this setup helps you better learn it, don't you think?
100%.
There's an advantage to that. So even when I set up Sales Jumpstart, the snapshot for deck builders, I could have paid somebody to do that, but I used the software myself. And so it made more sense for me to go through that so that I could learn any bugaboos and like features and things like that, so that I can be more strategic with solving problems with it. So I'm an advocate for spending a little bit of time getting your hands dirty and kind of figuring it out. But I think you'll be really impressed with what they do for free. And it is really intuitive. You're doing this stuff anyway. Like, for Jeff that's using Word, man, I used to do that too. I would use Google Docs. I'd export it as a PDF, and then I'd put it in Adobe Sign. Like, it was all these steps. And then if I had to change something, I had to go through the whole process again. And this is very intuitive and easy. And I think you're going to find that spending a little bit of time to learn it is actually going to save you time in the long run. But that's my opinion.
Well, yeah, just to kind of piggyback on that, April, like at the end of the day, what JobTread does, it's not like we're reinventing the wheel here. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's the same process, just streamlining it and to get it into one thing. And we're trying to eliminate the amount of clicks you need to do more work. Mm-hmm. So really all it is learning where to click and what our vernacular, tuning it from there.
Love it. So Corey says, thanks, guys. And Jeff said, yes. Maybe that had to do with, I don't know what that had to do with. Maybe it had to do with me momming you about modernizing your proposal. I don't know.
I will say, one last little tidbit, JobTread will make you look extremely professional and maybe even bigger than you actually are. Like, especially with that client portal, all the conversation, share all the progress of, I've had customers that have hired contractors to be, and they're like, goodness, what is this? This is amazing. Then they signed up for us after that because they saw how amazing it was, just from the customer's perspective.
That was a little broken up. Give us a cliff note one more time. Sorry, I was trying to do like I can't do it.
So one of my clients that I got signed up, he found out about us because his pool builder that he hired uses JobTread, and he was so impressed with our client portal that he was like, I need to learn more about this, and scheduled the demo with me the next day. And now he's been using JobTread for 2.5 years.
So get a good demo with Zach here. I'm trying to figure out what the link is. It is, oh, cool, great. So, oh man, see, you guys could even get a feel for what what the experience will be in the software just by going to the website. I mean, you guys must use the same UI designers for the website.
Yeah, and we are extremely transparent on what this software can do. So in JobTread, we have a help desk that is like everything you need to learn about the system, step-by-step instructions. That is also publicly facing. So you don't have to be a client of ours to access that. Then our YouTube channel has hundreds of videos on anything JobTread has to offer. So if you're just like, hey, let me go watch a couple of videos, then scan the QR code, schedule a demo with me, walk you through the finer points of the system. Or if the videos answer your questions, sign up. You got the 30 days risk-free. Yeah.
So there's this QR code, but for the listeners, again, it's jobtread.com/team/Zach, ZAC /demo. And again, like I went here and it's super easy. Like there's schedule a demo, schedule a call, whatever you want. It's super easy. So we've got one other comment here. Let's see. Jeff says, yes, might be time to update my proposals, even though I get compliments on them all the time. Well, check out the software, and then we'd love to see you on the podcast again, Jeff, and we want to know what your thoughts are. So
yeah, and I would love to see your proposal as well. See if we can take a little bit from you and make ours even better.
Ooh, love it. So cool. Great. So Jeff, make sure you book a call. And Zach, it really was a pleasure. I know we had some technical issues, but you know, you definitely know your stuff, and I have to imagine that people are leaving with a lot of juicy nuggets and hopefully pretty ramped up. Again, I'm just going to leave you with this. The most successful deck builders that we work with are using JobTread as well. And it's a really great platform, and it's really going to professionalize your business. And I love that you said it'll make you look bigger. You know, but it really does create an amazing experience that your homeowners are really going to be impressed with. So highly recommend it. Zach, thank you so much for joining us and giving us an inside look at JobTread. It's clear that the software can make a huge impact on deck builders by streamlining project management and improving efficiency. For our listeners interested in learning more or trying out, I can talk, I swear to God. For our listeners interested in learning more or trying JobTread out for themselves, be sure to check out the link in the show notes for a free demo. Zach, our listeners, can they reach out to you somewhere if they have any more questions? I mean, I would assume just doing the demo.
Absolutely. Yeah, or if you if you want to send me an email, it's zach@jobtread.com. Just then cell phone 972-970-1003. Happy to help. Give me a call, shoot me a text, email, or schedule a demo, and I can walk you through anything you need.
Yeah, and that link that we provided, jobtread.com/team/Zach/demo, has all of his contact information on there too, which is pretty rad. Thanks again for being here. At Deck Builder Marketers, we help you build marketing systems that attract your ideal clients so you can stay focused on what you do best, building incredible outdoor spaces. If you are ready to create a marketing system that actually works for you, book your free growth strategy session at deckbuildermarketers.com/get-started. And if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe, follow, and leave us a review, please, so that we can get this in front of as many people as possible. It helps reach more deck builders, and it means the world to our team. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, keep moving forward.